Good morning from me and Taylor. Hello, how's it going? It's Rosie, and it's a chaotic day, you know? I'm off from work. I have so much shit to get done with the move, with school, with catching up on YouTube videos. So I just did my school assignment that was due today. And then I also edited and uploaded my apartment tour, which will be down below. And now we're gonna try to get as much shit done as possible today. We're gonna have a real productive day. So, on the to-do list, we have do all my laundry. Number 2, try to drop a bunch of stuff off at Plato's Closet or Goodwill. Number 3, list a bunch of shit on Depop. Number 4, clean, if I'm able to, because this place is a disaster. And number 5, I want to go through stuff in this kitchen and see what I can declutter and pack away. Then, you know, we'll move on to another room afterwards, but I feel like the kitchen is the best place to start right now because I got so many cups, so many bowls. Do I use them all? No. I have a ridiculous amount of mugs. People just be giving me mugs, so I'm gonna have to, unfortunately, cull the collection, but it must be done. So, I also would love to edit another YouTube video. I have a couple that are just sort of sitting. So, my idea right now is to toss in a load of laundry. Then I'm gonna take a bunch of my stuff to Plato's Closet. If I need to, I'll hit 2 of them. Don't test me. I will. Then, while I'm waiting for the Plato's Closet stuff to, you know, get processed, I'll sit down in a coffee shop and try to edit. I'm gonna come back after Plato's Closet is done, and we'll see where we go from there. That's already a lot of steps that I planned out, and we're gonna start there. There is a good place to start. So, let's do the laundry real quick. Also, perhaps, okay, now that I'm thinking out loud, now that we're brainstorming together, I think I am actually gonna take pictures for Depop stuff first, after I toss in my laundry, and then go out, so that way I can post the Depop stuff while I am waiting for the Plato's Closet stuff, because I don't have a lot of stuff that I saved for Depop. I really tried to get rid of a ton of it, and like say if it doesn't go to Plato's Closet, it's being donated. So, hopefully it'll be fine. Shouldn't take too long, and then we will head out. We're gonna have a very productive moving day. I also want to get quotes for movers, so we'll try to toss that in there somewhere. Whew. Yeah, it's a very ambitious kind of day, but I'm an ambitious kind of gal. So, let's get moving. All right, we've got the wash going. We've got the bags of stuff for Plato's Closet out, and we are going to head out. I took all of the pictures for Depop as well, and so I have those to work on along with, I'm probably just gonna work on those because normally it doesn't take too long, and I'm bringing my Kindle. And then when I get home, I will edit. And that seems like a good plan. Girlies, massive success at Plato's Closet. I went to the one that's downtown rather than the one up by me, because the up by me one never takes anything. They'll take like $5 worth and make me angry. I dropped off so much stuff, but like I normally have a lot of stuff that I bring. They bought $90 worth of things, so now I'm down to like a bag and a half rather than 2.5 bags. Really great stuff. I can put that in the bank to use to buy like, I don't know, new sheets or something. While I was there, I got a little lunch at Jersey Mike's, and then I went to Unravel Coffee, and they have their to-go coffees in this glass cup, glass jar, I guess. And essentially you just pay $1 for it and you come back and then you use it again and they take $1 off every time you use it. Very slay. So this was a fun new find. But got more laundry going. Unpacked the other laundry. I got a few I got one Amazon package and then a couple other packages. So I'm considering filming a fun little extra fall haul as like a mini extra video. I am waiting on one more package and then I'll probably do it. So comment below if you want that. But feeling really good about that. I did not do the depop posting as I thought I would, but I'm about to. I'm gonna start doing that now. But first I have to put away all my laundry and sort from that laundry what I want to pack. So let's go do that. Also, we have Mr. Ignacy. He's being a very cutie little boy today. Okay, so we have just a massive pile of laundry. I figured I'd go through it a bit and talk to you as we go. But today was very productive. I felt good about it. I'm glad I took off, honestly. I was not feeling great in the morning and then was able to do a lot of stuff that I needed to do without, you know, feeling like shit and working into the night about it. So that's nice. I'm very excited to move. I'm happy to just, you know, be in the new spot, get it done with, stop being so far away from everything. That'll be just so lovely. And yeah, yesterday, by the time you see this, I don't know if it'll be out or not, but I'm gonna have a fun spooky vlog coming out for, you know, funsies of fall. I got to go and see Greg and Dana Newkirk, who, if you've listened to this at all, any of my favorites, you'd know they're like my favorite creators ever, possibly, but definitely for right now in the paranormal space, if you will. And I actually, currently in my museum class, our very first project was to talk about why our definition of a museum is the way it is and like what has influenced that. And for me, recently, their museum is what influenced it, because this is nerdy, but the technical definition of a museum for a long time included the fact that it had a permanent location. And obviously a traveling museum does not have that. It is shown to the public, you know, at various locations at various times. And the most recent 2022 updated definition took that out. But I realized that I had always thought about museums as being a place with a permanent location because, you know, I'm from New York. All the museums there are like big and imposing and permanent. So very much just never crossed my mind that it could be anything else. And so, you know, learning about their museum and becoming a museum member and stuff, that really has, you know, changed the way I view some things in the profession. And so, anyways, I got to use their project, I used them as an example for my project. So like, I've literally cited them in research, quote unquote. And we got up to Estes Park and the Stanley, and it was just so stunning. It was just the most beautiful mountain town. It was sunset because we were there for a nighttime show. And I was like, Kenan, where are our seats? And he opens the thing. And it says VIP meet and greet ticket. We were in the third row, dead center. And then we met them afterwards. And I was so like starstruck. I've never been starstruck in my life. I am a chatterbox. I talk super fast, and especially when I'm nervous, I talk even faster. But we got up there and I had been practicing what I wanted to say for like the hour of the show because it had been sprung on me. But I was practicing what I was gonna say. We got up there, gone, immediately gone. And I had to like, we got through our conversation. They were so nice, they were really sweet. They complimented our outfits and they said we had good vibes, and I was like, oh, thank you. And literally as we were going, I was like, oh wait, this is what I wanted to tell you. I've used you in a project for my master's. And they were like, no way, can we read it? And I was like, you want to read it? It's like 4 paragraphs. And they were like, we still want to read it. And I was like, okay. And literally feel like I'm gonna cry right now talking about it. I'm such a freak. But I was so in shock. My body physically went into shock. I had so much adrenaline in my system afterwards. And I kept being like, are you okay? And I kept being like, no. No. But it was such a cool night. And it was so great. And wow. I can't even remember why I'm telling you this. I think just because it's exciting. And yesterday, I do have a clip that's going to go in that spooky vlog. But I don't, I was still in shock when I recorded that clip. So I don't think I properly convey exactly how like gagged I was because I was freaking out. And it took like probably about 45 minutes to an hour for me to calm down, which is so like nerdy, but it was so cool. But yeah, that was just like really cool and fun. I guess I'm using this time to update you on things. What else is there to update on? Another thing I wanted to talk about was, I guess, grief and how it can surprisingly like jump up on you anywhere. Because as you know, I had a pretty shit summer and year. I had 2 grandparents die, and I got COVID, my dog back home has cancer, you know, it's a mess. But, you know, as we've headed into the fall, I feel like everything reached a peak in like August, and now things have finally started to calm down, knock on wood. But all that happened, and it was just sort of like, okay, you gotta get through it, you gotta get through it, you gotta get through it. And I just sort of pushed it down. There was just too much going on. I didn't cry very much, but also things were weird with the family situation, so it was kind of hard to just be sad. But now, as we are, wow, 3 months out, 2 months out, almost 3 months out, I have noticed it just popping up more. And like very unexpectedly, I'll just think of my grandpa and be sad, you know? And it hits at the most random of times. And normally it's like just quick and then it goes away. But I don't know. I feel like since we've gone through so much change over the past year, also over the summer, and then it sort of had a lull, and now I'm going through a big change again. Sort of that grief of like, things are never the same. Why can't anything be the same? Nothing has been the same since I was a child. And learning how to handle that has been interesting. Especially because the first relative I lost was my grandma on my mom's side. So she died 3 or 4 years ago. No, 5 years ago. Wow. And that was my grandpa's wife. And that really hit me like a truck. But it was like, I took a week off from college, just sobbed my eyes out, had a horrible time, and then we were back running. You know, like summer happened. It happened towards the end of, it happened on April 21st. I know that because it's my best friend Christina's birthday. Sorry, Christina. But thinking about it, I'm like, wow, like it was just so much more linear and properly progressive in that case. Whereas that is not always the case, and I know everyone says it, but it's sort of like a different thing when you experience it that way for the first time. So I just like haven't really known what to make of my experience over the past few months. And now I was like, okay, relief, like we're finally done. Maybe I just wasn't sad this time. And now it's just slowly like coming up, saying hey. And very specifically today in the mail, I got a card from my parents, and I opened it, and it's this very pretty little green and blue Monet looking card. Let me see if I have it. Okay, I put it away, but it's very beautiful. And my mom had told me one was coming, but she didn't tell me that it was the she didn't tell me that it was the like thank you card from funerals that you get, like if you send flowers or like, you know, like I don't know, show up, sign the book. Normally they'll give you thank you cards to send out from the funeral home, and well, I didn't expect to get one. And so when I opened it and it was that, I was like, oh yeah, that happened, fun. And as I read it, I was like, oh god, this is the same exact one as the card from my nanny that I received 6 months ago. So that really just sort of like hit me like a truck. And now I'm sort of in a weird mood, but I am happy that I'm able to recognize it, I guess, and I'm not sort of, you know, pushing it down, refusing to acknowledge anything, because before therapy, I'm sure that's what I would do. thankfully I've been in therapy for like 3 years now, and that has just helped immensely. My next therapy session is not until later this week, but it'll be fine. But yeah, just something I was thinking about, especially because as we move, things are getting crazier again, and I'm feeling grief again. Even though I don't really like care about this place and I'm excited for a new start, I am still like, God, why can't anything just be consistent for a while? But yeah, I just figured I'd share that and how that has looped into my moving process unexpectedly. And here we are. I am happy that I have a place to just talk about it, and nobody has to talk back to me. It doesn't really have to be a conversation unless you want it to be. But I can just sort of vent and it goes out into the abyss, and I feel better. And if other people want to talk about it, they can. But if they don't want to, I still feel better. It's fine. Sometimes it's nice because, at least in therapy, obviously you're expected to work on the things. And sometimes you don't want to work on it. Sometimes you just want to sit there and be sad. And my therapist is really good at recognizing that, but also, I don't know, sometimes you don't even want to have the option of being therapized. So this has been a very good outlet. And I found myself very excited to be making YouTube videos again. I sort of went through a slump there where I was like, this is what I want to be doing, but like, can I do it right now? I don't think so. Just didn't feel capable of producing anything worth other people's attention. So I'm happy that we are moving forward. And yeah, I'm almost done with this. I will catch up with you. This was a very good way to move through this quickly. I will catch up with you in a few minutes when we actually declutter some things. See you soon. All right, we've cleared the laundry. That's just stuff that is gonna get hung up. I put whatever I was going to pack in here, got most of it in, and then I just have a tiny little pile here. But I'm thinking I'm gonna leave some of this stuff out so I can use it to wrap plates and stuff with. And then this is the donation stuff, so I gotta keep an eye not to mix those up. But I have this fun box that is already made, so I figured I'd just make that my little donation box. And I'm only gonna go through here today because this is the majority of my like frequently used kitchen stuff. And I just have some silly little cups that I definitely don't need that I can get rid of. So let's do it. All right, got a good few things here. I'm gonna stop there for now. These may not look too different to you, but I got rid of a lot of the cups that were up there. And then there was a whole set of mugs that I've just literally never used that came with this plate set. But I have my own mugs, so I'm donating those. And this is everything that we will have to pack eventually, but not right now. I turned off the light so you could see me better. So that is where I'm gonna end this vlog. We had a very productive day, feeling very good. I'm going to edit a video after this, so just tack that onto this. Pretend that you're seeing this in this video too. But yeah, I'm proud of the progress. I'm happy with the results from Plato's Closet, and I feel like we're making some progress here. I'm going to edit a video and list that stuff on Depop and call it a night. Probably read a little more of my Warrior Cats book. I hope you're having a wonderful whatever time of day you're in. I love you, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me in another moving vlog. More to come. I'll see you soon. Bye.